Hello there students, welcome. This is Miss Ng here. Alright, this is your SPM tutorial based on SPM videos. This is taken from the year 2003 actual SPM paper or the trigonometry question. Okay, so I'm going to go through them with you. So this is SPM 2003, question number 30 in my list of compilation. Let's have a look at it. Paper 1 question. It says given that tangent theta is equals to t and theta is between 0 to 90 expressed in terms of t. Now the first thing is this, you have to understand what this means. What this means. Theta is between 0 to 90. Okay, now between 0 to 90 means that it is in quadrant 1, correct? Quadrant 1. So you have to sketch out the triangle on your own from this information alone. So if you remember, quadrant 1 means that the triangle should be somewhere here. So this is your theta. Okay, and since it says tangent theta is t, that means that the opposite is t, the adjacent is a 1. So immediately you have your hypotenuse, which is t square plus 1 square, which is t square plus 1 square root. Hypotenuse, that's your Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so now why is it important that you have to sketch out the triangle? Because you will need it to answer the question later. Okay, so now you have all the sides of the triangle and you have theta, so you should be able to find all the cosine or tangent or whatever it is they ask of you. Alright, so that's the first step you need to do when you see this kind of question. Right, so now we can answer the question. What is cotangent theta? Now in this case you have to remember the formula. There are some formulas that are not given, especially the simple ones, so you have to remember that cotangent is actually 1 over tangent. And since you know that it is 1 over tangent, so tangent theta is t, right? So it's just 1 over t because tangent theta is t. So you just substitute, so it's easy. The first question is normally easy. Okay, and now let's do 30b. Okay, 30b says now you have to find sine of 90 minus theta. Okay, so here's a little bit of challenge because I know a lot of students actually did not memorize this. Sine of 90 minus theta is actually equals to cos theta. It is part of your formula, but this is not given in the exam. What is given in the exam is actually this. These are the only things given, identities, addition formulas, double angle and half angle. So the simple ones are not given to you. So if you don't remember that, you will have difficulty answering this question. Okay, so please go through the formula list for your trigonometry from the chapter. Okay, it's simple. Now, if you know that sine 90 minus theta is equals to cos theta, then you should be able to answer this fairly easily as well. So at this point, we will refer to our triangle here. So cos theta would be 1 over square root of t square plus 1. So that's why I said it's important that you sketch out the triangle, because eventually you will have to make use of it. Yes? Okay, so this is how you answer 30b. Now let's have a look at 31 here. Alright, 31. Solve the equation. Another paper 1 question. 6 secant square minus 13 tangent a equals 0 for between 0 to 360. Okay, now if you notice, there's a secant square and there is a tangent equals to 0. Alright, so the first key is this. This is a normal equation. You treat, just because there's a secant and tangent, it doesn't matter. You treat this like a normal quadratic equation. See this secant square, you treat this as an x square. The only problem is there's a secant and a tangent. You have to make them the same. That means we don't want secant and tangent. We want either all secant or all tangent. So now when you see square here, refer to your formula and look for a square for secant square in the formula list. And we're going to do some substitution. So squares are normally identities. So have a look at the identities here. Can you see secant square here? Secant square is 1 plus tangent square theta, right? So we're going to substitute that inside, which is perfect. We want tangent. We want everything to be in tangent. So that's 6. If you remember, secant square is 1 plus tangent square a, not theta, just because the formula list is given in theta, you don't put theta here. Follow as a minus tangent a equals to 0. So now you have converted everything in the equation into tangent. So that's pretty easy, right? So now expand the bracket. That's 6 tangent square A minus 13 tangent A is equals to 0. Right now, can you see that it's actually a quadratic equation? Just arrange it into the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, okay? So that's 6 tangent square A minus 13 tangent A plus 6 equals to 0. So your A is 6, your B is negative 13, and your C is 6. So put this into your calculator and you would have gotten your answer. So you will get, let's scroll down a little bit. So you will get tangent A. Now your calculator will give you x equals. So please don't, for goodness sake, don't write x equals. This is tangent A. Remember that, okay? So tangent A is 3 over 2. And another tangent A is 2 over 3. So be very careful here. So that's 3. No, it's not 3. It's 2 tangent A minus 3, and that's 3 tan A minus 2 equals to 0. Okay, so let's go down further. You have not finished, yeah? You have to convert this into degree. So shift tangent in your calculator and note that this is positive. So tangent is positive in which quadrant? I hope you remember the ASTC thing. Yeah, A, S, T, C. So tangent is positive on the first quadrant and the third quadrant. So when you shift tangent on your calculator, you will get a number that is in the first quadrant. So that's 56 degree and 19 minutes. Okay, you can leave it as decimal, doesn't matter. Okay, and in the third quadrant, it is also equals to, you add with 180, that's 236 degree and 19 minutes. Okay, so that's done for this part. So you have another one, tangent A is 2 over 3, so shift it and you get 33, 41. Again, it is positive in the third quadrant, so add with 180, so 213 and 41 minutes. Okay, that's it. You have 4 answers. Please remember that, because in the question it says to find in between 0 and 360 degrees. So you have to find for all the possible answers in all the 4 quadrants. Okay, right, so this is how SPM question in paper 1 will look like. A lot of students actually find this difficult. Okay, now the paper 2 one will be easier actually for sketching. I'll see you in the next video for the paper 2 question. Alright.